want to be really transparent on Value This with Dr. Lori today.
Where do you come up with these?
I don't know. I just did.
It was good, though. Very good. I like it.
It must be the aura that I'm picking up here in Burlington County.
Antique aura in Burlington County.
It's wonderful, yes. We're in a sort of hidden location in Burlington County, but they've got a lot of stuff here.
Oh, my God. Fabulous stuff. Fun stuff. A treasure trove for information.
Okay, let's talk about glass. All right. This glass I really like. I don't know if it's going to show up on camera as much as it is, but it's wavy. Now, to me, wavy glass means old, means valuable.
Okay.
Am I right or wrong?
Sure, you're right.
Okay.
You're right. Now, basically, wavy glass could also mean it's more cheaply made.
Oh.
So remember. But, we've been making glass since, the early 1200s. Glass is old, really old, even older than that, of course, going back to the ancients. So what you're looking at here is a wonderful piece, not only for its glass, but also for the fact that as a display piece, you are transparent. You can see everything.
Okay.
Right? So glass is inexpensive to make, but now this piece is not inexpensive. So this is where people will say, well, it's just glass and we can make a lot of it, this kind of thing. But this particular piece itself, display cases, are relatively expensive. And they're expensive for the base metal, right, at the onset, and then for, of course, the rosewood and elements like that.
Okay, I see a piece like this, and oops, it's got a little bit of a crack here. Does that... like I should just keep walking or...
Well, it depends because a lot of people don't want to keep walking. A lot of people say, well, I sort of like the fact that it's aged. I sort of like the fact that we have a little bit of its history evident. So that's fine. But remember, if you want something to be pure and pristine, antiques are going to have gone through because by virtue of them being gold. Okay. They're going to go through something.
But a cracked glass
will devalue it, yes.
Okay.
But you might say, well, for me to get another piece of period wavy glass is going to cost so much more. It's going to be cost prohibitive.
Wavy glass would indicate what age?
Oh, it could be 1700s. It could be 1800s. Sure. But, when they're basically saying, hey, I'm going to take certain pieces out, like display cases like this piece has, so for example, newer glass. Right? So it's not the wavy glass with the bubbles that you usually see, for example, in secretaries or sideboards, or sometimes you see them in cabinets, and you see the panes, and it's a pane this big and has all wavy bubble glass, and everyone likes that because you like the look.
Okay.
Okay? Is that strong glass? Not usually. Usually it's been through a lot, and it's very, very thin.
Okay. But if you were looking for that, a glass that's wavy with a lot more bubbles is more valuable than a less wavy glass.
More difficult to obtain, so typically more valuable. Because you can't just walk into Walmart and get it.
Right.
So that's why the price goes up.
Okay, and real fast, I keep wanting to ask you this. Now, here's the display case. The glass is not what we're talking about, but this is probably lead paint on it, right?
Right,
okay.
Probably lead paint.
All right, so...
lead paint on lots of things.
Yes. So what do you do?
If you start to sand it, then you've got to have masks and you've got to protect yourself. It's why I talk about gloves. Feces and stuff in barns like this, the gloves are important. So this is why you've got to protect yourself. The same thing with this. If you start to sand this, then now you're going to start to breathe this in. And don't forget about your skin. Your skin takes in things about 6 times faster than if you ingested it.
Wow.
So you start to sand this and it gets into the pores of your skin and all of a sudden you go, gosh, it's not a good idea. You have to have good ventilation. If you don't know what you're doing, get a professional restorer.
Okay, good to know.
And if you're not Picasso, don't repaint it.
And we don't mean Joe Picasso.
We don't mean Joe Picasso. But these pieces can be valuable too because they're rare and they're architectural salvage. They're coming out of an old general store, for example, and they're cool.
They're neat.
They're
I love them.
They're in beautiful form. They're nice pieces. And then they're intact. They didn't rip them out and ruin everything, ripping them out.
I also want to talk about mirrors.
Okay.
Are old mirrors worth it or not?
Well, if you resilver it, you're altering. Anytime you alter a value, anytime you alter an object, you alter its value. So what that basically means is if you resilver it, yes, it will be nice and shiny and new, but it won't look old, right?
Okay.
Now, by virtue of them, mirrors are not that valuable as it is. They're not that expensive.
Oh, okay.
It's when they are framed, right? Then the frame takes on a little bit more of the value. Then the value goes up a little bit. If you want to have it look nice and clean and you don't like the look of a mirror that's aged, get it resilvered. Okay. I always say buy a new mirror if you're going to do that.
All right. And that doesn't really diminish the value of the piece if a mirror is losing its silvering.
Condition diminishes value. So, yes, if it's in bad condition, the value's going to decrease.
dunce hat.
No,
bring it over here.
No, not dunce hat. No, but you know,
yes,
any kind of condition issue, there's going to be somebody out there who's picayune going, oh no, I don't like it. You know,
okay,
we like it to look a little aged.
I mean,
look at me, you know, we're a little aged.
Let's not even go there, Dr. Lori. Please. Thank you for all these great tips. I love the old glass.
Yeah.
Love the old.
We love the old.
I love the old. Value This with Dr. Lori. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.